Hello and welcome back to Minas Morgul. What we're doing here, this is day 3, or technically speaking day 6, but recording day 3. And I think that's working out pretty good, going every other day. And we're on the quest here where we have to find some flags, which is, I can already see them. Do we need to kill these wargs? Let's see. We don't need to, but we can as we pass. We'll probably need the hides later for crafting anyway. I did find out something playing around. Clicking on that Alliance totem, I guess you can call it. It takes you to the third age. And it looks like it's going to be... Yeah, it appears that we're going to have like another height bolt situation, which is pretty cool. As long as they are, you know, instants. If the quests are instants and stuff, and there's a lot of, and you need those rep items like we did with the Alliance quests to unlock like the gear and whatnot. So it's pretty cool looking. That's not till in game, I imagine. Oh, I was reading on the Valor boost because I did receive a Valor boost for my Ultimate Fan bundle, and it looks like it's going to give you level 400 item level 400 gear, a full set of that. So that's pretty interesting. It's basically going to probably give us the same gear we get as we quest, is what I would imagine. So if I did indeed want to remake my captain to a high elf captain, then that wouldn't be too big of an issue because my current captain isn't very geared anyway. Level 120, but not geared too highly. Okay, there should be one more flag here somewhere. That was part of a bounty, I believe. Already did that. Oh, I did play around with the red line yesterday, and it's pretty interesting. I think they slightly improved it over the last expansion because it seemed to do a lot better. I'd have to do the testing inside of combat analysis, of course, to compare it. Oh, someone mentioned High Bolt. Did you also do High Bolt? What are they doing? Oh, it's that floating name issue. Yeah, I'm really liking the layout of these quests and the story that's going along with them. This is really well done so far. Yeah, it's hard to say which one's more damage just by feel, because the red line, it certainly feels like you get bigger crits. I don't know, that was a pretty big crit there. Yeah, I just don't know. Even on single targets, I still feel that yellow is just about the same. Because I know during 105 cap, that's the last time I really did some in-depth testing on that. It seemed like the yellow line did better on a single target, slightly over red, when you had the yellow line skills, and then when you had the red line skills, red line did slightly better on a single target. But still, overall, in my opinion, it'd still be better to stick with yellow line, unless the instance calls for it, because there are some instances where you need to cut off any AoE to complete the challenge or whatnot. Look at that. See, I still remember my pronunciations of Gil-galad and Eregion. That's still fascinating to me, because that Eregion, I always pronounced it Aragon, and most people I've ever heard pronounced it Eregion. I'm not sure it's ever been pronounced in game, and we have instances in Eregion. What was it? Tomb Valindale. We have to bring those blue spirits into the light before you can damage them and whatnot. It's a good little instance, really. What does that say? 35 and something? So that's a pretty big crit. Here we go. The reason I like to add in Reposit there is because it's a pretty powerful skill, and doesn't has a short cooldown, and it does area of attack, so that's perfect addition to Yellow Line. And it doesn't cost any fervor. just power, which isn't that big a deal, especially nowadays. And I am a lot less congested than the day before yesterday, but still I'm not 100%. But that's a good thing. You know, streaming every other day is a mark for improvement. Did someone already eat that up? I just seen someone walk by it. I can't tell if they. No, I guess not. Yeah, my plans for the expansion, for now anyway, is I would really like to bring my lore master up. You know, pretty quickly. Maybe next or by the third character I bring through here. Because I think a lore master is going to be pretty important in the upcoming, you know, raid. And it'd be nice to actually play lore master again, because I've always considered that my main tune, but I haven't seriously played a lore master since level 85. Because they really weren't required at 95, 100. 105, it was nice in Thrones, but sometimes we never took a lore master, so it wasn't like a 100% necessary thing. Whereas, in like in Isengard, people would scream for a lore master. People just loved them to be in the raid. I remember doing a... what was it? Oh, it's with the place with all the ints. Oh, I can't even believe I'm blanking right now. It's one of my favorite instances of all time, too. The mechanics back then were so difficult of an instance. It's a non-scaling one. Let's just go in there and look at things. We can do that. Let's see, where were you, my friend? Oh. There's an instance? Ready? I didn't think any instance would be ready. Let's see, 1, 2, or 3. Whoa, we're gonna have to check that out. That's cool. What's this one do? 1, 2, or 3. 3-man. Whoa! 3, 4? 3-mans? That is awesome. Non-scaling instance, not Ingmar. What's that? Grey Mountain. Isengard, let's see. No, it's an other. I remember now. It's an other. Yeah, I never got to do the Abyss. So unfortunate. Throne of Dread Terror, I think that was the last raid I did, really. Yes. Where we tried tier 2 and all that good stuff on it. Roots of Fangorn, that's what it's called. That little instance. One of my favorite instances. But yeah, I was in there with my lore master doing that, and this raid team, these guys were on a raid. They were in a raid kinship. I forget the name. It's been so long ago now. But they they were trying to bribe and beg me to join their you know, kinship. If not that, then join their instance now and again, because they needed lore master so badly. And I joined them in the raid a couple times. Not tier 2. I never did tier 2 with my lore master. But that's what we were prepping for, you know, getting me even though I did it on my champion a few times, I never got around to it on my lore master. Sort of lost touch with those guys. One thing we did do is the Dragok. I did that so many times, and actually only completed the tier 2 about 10 times. You know, the challenge about 10 times because they still have, and it's still to this day unfixed. Or this bug where it's the third phase, he'll just freeze up on you. I tell you, that was the most disappointing moment because that raid is so fun. And then when you get to that last part, which is the sort of the easy part, it's after you do all the business with the fellowship maneuvers. And then it freezes up on you. It's like, wow. Yeah, it's just was so disappointing at times. Probably 40 total attempts in Drayok tier 2 challenge and only completed that 10 times. Because of that darn glitch. That was sort of a messed up situation anyway, because the kinship that was taking me through there were claiming only the rewards were for the kinship. So every time I played that, even though I had a lot of fun, and this is sort of in hindsight because I didn't mind at the time,
we fight together.
They never let me have any loot from there. Which now seems crazy. To spend that much time and not get any rewards out of it. Let's see. What do we have here?
Do not stay idle.
The whites are no more, then the bodies of our fallen no longer move in anguish, and may return to their rest. Should the Dark Lord send these spirits against us once again, we will be ready. I thank you for what you have done this day.
Are you able and ready for battle?
You did well on the task, but it was only a start. We are known to the enemy. Now we will take that reminder, and turn it into a weapon of fear. Very good. Wait, don't we know that elf later on in the game?
We have arrived, and now I must deliver my report.
Are you ready to go with me to deliver my report? I do wish we had something of substance to tell Glorfindel, but no scout can decide what it is he finds. Let me know when you are ready to meet with the leader of the Bright Company. Very good. We're right with you. Store supplies. Oh, okay. The deposit supplies you found in the chest. It is your hope that these provisions will be of some use to the war effort of the Great Alliance.
Listen well, soldier.
So it is true. You have brought me what I have sought, and I thank you for doing so. Let us now organize our attacks to concede with their movements. Perhaps we can sow confusion within their ranks and improve the position of our own soldiers.
I will guide you to victory.
I have received information from my scouts that must go to the front line. The dwarf Nithi has secured the ruin of Barthost, located between the corpse fields of Parthdunath and the Shadowfells of Emendur. Bring him this missive and aid in the efforts of the Great Alliance. The Great Atlantis. Morset. That's funny. Take the missive. So this is like the, you know, talk to Celebron. Yeah.
Listen well, soldier.
All the captured soldiers were rescued and brought safely back to Adambel. You have done well indeed, bringing joy to my heart and dealing a blow in the efforts of the Dark Lord. He will learn nothing of our plans, not on this day.
Heed my orders.
The banners of elves have oft struck fear into the hearts of our enemies. If they indeed have any. Yeah, they don't have any hearts. Take these and raise them throughout the corpse fields. Doing so will shake the courage of our foes and inspire the spirits of our friends. All right. Do I got any more of these? Just the one still. Okay. Ooh, someone leveled. Congratulations. Congratulations. Okay. Well, let's see what old Magaladur has for
This
us.
way, my friend.
May Glorfindel know what to make of this unpleasant stillness. Let's go check it out.
Glorfindel and the Bright Company have accomplished many heroic feats in service of High King Gil-galad. But be not
Gil-galad.
overawed. I have found them friendly and approachable, both.
Very good. This way, my friend, Glorfindel will be glad to meet you, and he will hear my report. Whether the strange inaction of Sauron's servants will be as pleasing, I cannot say. I myself am troubled by it, but I do not lead the Bright Company. Glorfindel will know more than either of us, I expect. Very good. Hail, Glorfindel. I'm called Magalador. I'm the one of the scouts you dispatched some few days ago. I have brought you my report. Guess I remember. I welcome your report. But who is this? I'm a champion of great renown. It is good to meet you, friend champion, for in war all friendship must be prized. I am the captain of the what? Glenothorin, the Bright Company, and we are tasked by High King Gil-galad, to undertake some of the most dangerous missions on behalf of elven kind. Okay. You have not heard of us, I imagine. That is good, for none of us expect or desire glory. All we seek is to defeat evil wherever it lies. It lies now in Mordor. I wonder, there's these two elves in Mordor that they were around in the Second Age, and they stuck around in Mordor for the whole 3,000 darn years. I wonder if that's they were part of the Bright Company. I can't remember that quest line now. We are few in number, but that does not cause us to shrink from danger. Rather does it cause us to rely upon our fellows and draw courage from their strength. Meet you now, Lindelin, closest and wisest of my counselors. Watch him closely, for he shares our purpose, but possesses more wisdom than any elf I have ever known. He is my trusted confidant and dear friend. Okay, he's gifted with wisdom, huh? Glorfindel speaks glowering of my wisdom, but he boasts overmuch. I seek only the destruction of evil and take no praise for myself. If there is glory to be had, divide it among every member of the Bright Company and give no greater a position to one elf or the other. Yes, at the lighthouse of Cattle Tyrion, I spoke the words that shattered Sauron's control over the Vandesser perched atop the tower. What's a Vandesser? But I could not have reached it without the others of the company. Give the praise to all or none, dear Glorfindel. I think you seek to avoid your own share and give too much of it to others. Listen to the tale told by the shade of Isildur. Okay. Where is he? Oh. Oh, I'm back here? Uh-oh. Why has the old man interrupted the telling of my tale? Does he desire to hear no more of it? It was only at your behest and his that I began to speak of this sorrowful time. And if he did not intend to let me finish, it should have never had me start. Concerns of Gandalf. Glorfindel, do you remember meeting this champion of whom the shade speaks? I do, my friend, but only a little. 3,000 years, jeez. Can't remember what I did 2 days ago. Indeed. Why then have you not spoken of them before? Many of the events in life that seem of importance only when they pass, Gandalf. Perhaps. You're distrusting the elves? Dumbledore and the champion did not belong to the Bright Company. I saw them but little. There is something else in the Shade's tale that troubles me. Okay, what did I miss? What is troubling Gandalf here? This word you mentioned, Vandesser. What is its meaning? Oh, I don't know the meaning. The Vandesser were the oath stones of Numenor. Vandesserai were the oath stones of Numenor. Really? See, he cursed, Isildur cursed the that didn't come to their aid. Like we have the instance that shows these very shades. I wonder if they placed an oath on them very stones. I'm not surprised you know of the Vandesserai, for they were treasures brought from Numenor to Middle Earth by my father and brother long ago. 7 only survived the realm's fall, but 7 was enough, and indeed would prove to be too many. There were the Oath Stones, and they were set upon the borders of the kingdoms we founded. 3 in Anor, and 4 in Gondor, to make peace with the tribes that lived nearby. Ah, these were Oath Stones of Anor. Helsessar of Foreshell, pale blue. Teresser of Ruindar, that's Ruin, right? Pale green. Ambassador of Cordelone, that's the elf land, right? Red brown. These were the Oath Stones of Gondor. Landesser, of Venom, golden brown. I'm not going to pretend to read these words anymore. Clear crystal of Ruin. Look at that. White silver. There was a power in them, but it was Sauron's malice that turned vows sworn upon the Oath Stones into bonds of enslavement. He searched for the Vandesserai, attempting to weaken our alliance and subvert them for his own ends. He found the crystal Oath Stone, my brother, Anarion, set atop the lighthouse in the harbor of... Wow. And with his dark arts, he used it to compel the service of the Haradrim. Not Haradrim, this isn't Diablo 3. Haradrim. While we worked to assemble the Great Alliance, it was the Bright Company that journeyed to Umbar. See, there's Umbar. And broke Sauron's control over the stone, and they enslaved Haradrim. This ensured the Great Alliance need not contend with an army from the south, and it reached Dagorlad, which might have proven insurmountable. Interesting. That's very interesting. What brought them from the founded land, Gandalf murmurs quietly, over the flowing sea, 7 stars and 7 stones, and 1 white tree? The wizard shakes his head and fixes it with his stern eyes. I always believed the 7 stones referred to by the rhyme of lore were the Palantir, the seeing stones that Elendil brought from Numenor to these shores. Can it be that the Palantir were the stars of the rhyme, and the Vandesserai were the stones? Sounds like that's obvious now. How can I have not known this? What strange fog has clouded my knowledge on their account, and yet these Oath Stones have no place in my memory. You can't know everything. Not even a, a mayor. With this last of the interruptions I must endure. Was this the last of the interruptions I must endure? I will continue my tale. If all agree to still their tongues, of course. Here we go, Glorfindel.
We must not let
I welcome any
Sauron's
assistance you can
inaction
provide,
lull us
champion.
to sleep.
Not just to the Bright Company, but to the Great Alliance as well. We must not let Sauron in action lull us to sleep. Indeed, let us renew our attention and maintain our guard, and perhaps we will catch unawares the Dark Lord himself. His is a singular evil, for every command comes from Barad-dûr. When to attack, when to retreat, when to mask his intentions against this stands our alliance, and its strengths come from the unity of our separate people. It is Gil-galad's belief that Sauron will try to sever those bonds, and in doing so he will reveal our greatest weakness and strike at our vulnerability. But instead he has pulled back his lands, abandoning all pretense of engaging us in serious combat. It puzzles me that the Dark Lord has drawn his forces back in this fashion. What is he planning? Well, we know that. We know that there's a great army coming this way. I forget what they're called now. It's a mystery to me, and Gil-galad's is a mystery to me and to Gil-galad. And to Lindellen, my closest advisor. Rare is the puzzle we three cannot solve, champion, and that by itself is worrisome. Megalodir is not the only scout who has reported stillness in the plateau of Gorgoroth. I possess a number of such reports now, and each tells a similar tale. Fewer enemy patrols than before, and a reduction in the number of foes assaulting the encampments of men and elves. I will inform Gil-galad of these reports, but I ask that you bring word to the leaders of Gondor. I understand Elendil is in council, and I would not have him disturbed, but if you bring these reports to one of his sons, they will deliver word to him when he is free. Seek out Isildur or Anarion or Adambel. I am troubled by these reports, but cannot say precisely why. Perhaps the son of Elendil can pinpoint the reason behind my worry, and speak such words as will abate it. Okay, there's me some new gear. Parry and critical defense. Boo. But not less might actually than I have. Oh, that's the next quest. I'm not. Okay, never mind. I was trying to select it now. Like, what's going on? Alright. Now I need to go to Adambel. Strength of morale trait. 4 to 6,000? Oh, sorry. That still hasn't been scaled.
We fight together!
See, that should do as much as the potion does, which is, what is it? About 94 to 99,000. See, that's what that should be doing right now. That is severely underskilled. Or it's been completely ignored since 65, I think. Yeah, it should be about 100,000. 95 to 100,000. Or in this case, it'd be like 90 to 100,000. I imagine. Gotta see how much ore I got. I need like 300 pieces. That's a Norian scar. Chunk of high grade. Minas Ithil scar. Okay, that'll give me 50 more. Alright. So I need like 200 more chunks of the ore to complete the reputation deed. Leveling is somewhat slow, but that's, I guess, normal. It'll probably heat up after, 125. Right now, this first, I'm almost 122, I suppose. I'll probably get there, should get there quite easily in the next hour.
Only together can we defeat
Yes.
the will of Sauron.
How come a man of Gondor to be in possession of reports from Glorfindel of the elves? Have you not your own duties to perform, your own captain to follow? Anarian's stern visage suddenly melts away and his expression becomes merry. Nay, friend, I mean rather that you might serve as an example to some who might forget. Only together can we defeat the will of Sauron. I see frustration in the faces of my men. How could I not? After 7 years of siege, but your coming today is a reminder that, unlike Sauron, we are not alone. We stand together against him, men, elves, dwarves. Aye, all the peoples of Middle-earth have joined hands to oppose his evil. The endless waiting cannot last, no matter how certain it seems it must. Tell me, champion, what word do you bring from Glorfindel of the elves? You relay the reports of Glorfindel's scouts, and Anarian listens to your words with increasing excitement. I too have noticed fewer attacks of late, but I thought little of it. Now I wonder, can it be that Sauron's resolve has been tested by the long years of the siege? His allies are not allies at all, but servants only. Well, yeah, we know that. His domination of their spirit can be no substitute for their bonds of friendship formed in battle, like those we formed with the elves and of the others of our alliance. I draw hope from these reports, and see in them a sign that our victory must soon be at hand. It is true. There are soldiers in the fields of battle east of Adambil, nearer to the Dark Tower. Find them and relay to them this message. Sauron nears the end of his resolve, and a renewed assault may break the morale of his defenders. I ask also that you slay whatever servants of Sauron and vile beasts you find on your way. Let every success sing the tale of the victory that surely approaches. It will not be long now, friend. Do we actually get a... I wonder if we get to fight Sauron here. You know, that's where it should end up, right? Or maybe not fight Sauron, but at least see the whole cinematic of, Isildur's father, then the Isildur. See that whole situation. Refusing to toss the ring in. And we get to see who betrayed him in the game. That's cool.
The end of the war will come.
Okay, let's see what this guy has to say. Prince of Belfast.
Look upon the battlefield.
I see the banners
We
of the
shall
High
soon
King
be
waving.
there.
Even from afar. Perhaps the winds are changing and the siege will soon be over. Can you feel it too? Sure can.
Listen well to my
The
orders.
Great Alliance is not just a name, my friend. It is a symbol of friendship between men and elves. And as such, we must do whatever we can to maintain it. I have here a missive that must go to Celebron of the elves. Pick it up and bring it to him, for we must keep the lines of communication open, or Sauron will have his victory. Very smart. And then again, this whole floaty name situation is annoying. Okay. Okay, raise. Bring the missive. Wow, okay, I gotta go back from the start, looks like. That's fine.
Look upon the battlefield. We shall soon be there.
Then I'll ride out from this gate and I'll just kill anything that needs to be killing. Needs to be killed. What is this? There's a quest ring here, but nothing to do? What's going on? I don't understand. Maybe it's behind here. Does this lead anywhere? What does this do? The flag on there says... Oh, man. I think I was mistaken in coming here. Let's see. I'll just move on to the next town, see what we need to do there. It's a big quest area and not getting anything in.
I have orders for you, soldier.
Here's something, Celebron. Thank you for bringing this information to me. What does it concern? Does every messenger seek to know the contents of the message upon its delivery? Yes. I mean no harm by the question. Indeed, I will tell you. For it is only by open communication that we can hope to bring this siege to an end. There are forces gathered at Amin Fuin, and this letter contains information about the fortress built upon the hill that will help us oppose them. This missive may help turn the tide of the war. That important, huh? Okay. Alright, let's see. That's the pages. And the Black Book of Mordor is telling me to bring Inari's message to these people. Defeat beasts and servants of Sauron in Mordor besiege. Okay, so let's just kill 16 beasts then. We can do that. I'd rather wait till I get to a... Maybe I should be killing these birds. I mean, they're easy to kill. They would count, I'm sure. Kind of want to get deeper into this map, closer to Em and Fuin before I start, you know, killing mobs. Will there be guild crafting gear for level 130? Up to Westman only. No, there's crafted gear. Defeat beasts and servants. Okay. Why is it telling me to go backwards? Check the guild NPC. Oh, what is this camp? I can go in here and play around. Actually, I need to, don't I? Yeah, alright. Let's do this. I want to say hi to my kin mates. Okay, so I need to pretty much kill 16 of anything to get that progress on that quest. What would our chapters go up to? Why is that? Oh, I've fallen asleep at my desk a time or two, that's for sure. Lothlorien. Good stuff. I didn't know these flags were going to be different. I would have looked at the... Oh, I'll still be able to see him. I'll be able to see him again when I go to the other side. Yeah. Let's get this ore, kill a few more beasts, and I'll head to the other side. Yeah. It's probably a good idea to kill these were they Careburn? Defector. Oh, so he's neutral. Interesting. Good for him. He needs to go into a Alliance camp somewhere and defect, or else they're just going to kill him off. Really unlucky with crits there or something, because that was... It says melee 22%, huh? Let's go kill these two goblins. Whoa, what is this? Oh. That I'm not just crazy. Karin, embassy in Angmar. He must still exist. Embassy. What's that for? Is it? It's for that deed. Those things respawn very badly. Also, one of the main reasons I like having Reposit into my AoE build is because it activates super quickly. It can almost be done as a way to cancel animations of others to give you, a little smoother feel of the game. In between that if it was activated. There you go. I guess this way is just as good as the other way. Whoa, what is this? This is an embassy? Whoa, 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 whoa. that was close. I got a little careless there. I about lost it. Wow. Let's eat some food here. Really made it out of that one. Got really careless there. Lothlorien, I like that. Give me a moment, I'll help you look. Give me a mo, and I'll help you look. If you just type give, or just 1 sec. Yeah, you can't take for granted. So sometimes they surprise you with the damage they can do in these landscape mobs. I did die the other day being careless, which was kind of funny. Nice. Flags are planted, and I can move on. I do believe the cosmetic I have is which one is it? Michael Delving? No. What was that whole community? Not community, but every server had it. Knights of the Third Age? No. Maybe it was for the Michael Delving. I'm drawing a blank. I can't remember for the life of me the name of that, server event that the Standing Stone put out. That we all. Oops! I just passed something. Oh well.
What message brings you hither? Good tidings or ill?
What message brings you to this blasted plain, friend? Good tidings or ill? You tell that Anarian believes a war. Okay, he's dead. That's what's nice about AoE skills. You don't even have to target anything. You could tell that Anarian believes the war may soon be ended if the soldiers of the Alliance remain steadfast. He grimaces. So neither good nor ill, then, for I hear nothing new in the king's words. He has my love and respect, for my loyalty is to both Elendil's sons and the kingdom they made on these shores. But I have seen no sign the end of the siege is any nearer now than it was in the past few years. King Anarian is a good man, but I see in him the desire of all soldiers to welcome the onset of peace at the slimmest of portents. It fell to him to defend the borders of Gondor while his brothers traveled north to gather the Great Alliance. Anarian has been fighting this war longer than many of us, and he must feel the weariness of it as keenly as any soldier of Gondor. I hope he is right that it will soon be ended, but I will no longer. But I will lay no wager upon it. All right. But we know that it does end, because this is 7 years into siege, and the siege lasted 7 years, so we already know that it does end soon. Well, assuming you read the books. Did I get that shade's attention? No? Okay. Well, look at all these guys. You say you bring a message from King Anarion. Deliver it. Friend, for I... Whoops. Where do you come from? Cave Claw. Just chilling out here on the landscape in Mordor. Okay. You tell that Anarion believes Sauron nears the end of his resolve, and a renewed assault on the part of the Great Alliance may bring an end to the war. It is my heart's wish that the king guesses aright. But this is not the first day I have heard this hope given voice. I think it more likely that Sauron prepares some new weapon to unleash upon us. Still, I will not abandon my duty. I will fight on. For Anarion and for Isildur. For Gondor. Yay. That's the spirit. These cave claws, I think they're the only immediately aggressive cave claws, or hostile cave claws in the game, because the cave claws in Moria, they sort of give you a little warning, and the cave claws elsewhere do the same, so, yeah. I think they're the only immediately hostile cave claws that we have. It's kind of interesting. Uh-oh, he's dead. You came too late to deliver Anarion's hopeful message, for Astoundor has been slain. Return to Anarion. Didn't it tell me to come here, though? Unfortunately, he didn't take nothing with him. I wonder if he's ambushed. Fell spirit, perhaps? These cave claws ain't... Yeah, the little ones are not aggressive. I've already
Look
been here.
upon the battlefield. We shall soon be there.
Bounty. This is, are these new ones, or can you... Whoa, okay. I think... Emder. I do believe I've already did those. Perhaps not. I'll have to do them for sure, though.
We fight together.
Okay, let's see. I think this is the first. This is the first dwarf I've
What is
seen.
this?
I'm not sure
I
how
am
helpful
not
the
sure
information
how
upon the
helpful
missive is going to be.
information on this missive is going to be.
The creature of the Shadowfells move about silently and play tricks on the mind, but I'm glad you are here all the same. I could use your assistance. Very well.
We will need to distract the eyes of the enemy.
To distract the enemy, defeat foes. Alright. If we are here to press the attack upon the Tower of Barad-dûr, we will need to have a distraction. Otherwise the attack will fall before it has barely begun. I have spent many years in the mines, and the darkness of the Shadowfells is not unlike the caverns with which I am familiar. What is the best way to distract the darkness, you ask? Why, with fire, of course. I ask you to light fires throughout Emendur for the source. What is that? Sorcerous creatures of the Shadowfells will not be able to abide their light, and the flames will draw the attention of anyone hereabout. By Durin's beard, I am certain this plan will work. It just makes sense, my friend, does it not? Well, that's a dwarven solution. Emendur. So these are all for Emendur. So I'm going to collect all these bounties. The bounty notice reads, these lands have no shortage of foul creatures, but if you ask me, the white is the worst. The right is the worst. Bedraggled and disgusting. They are beasts of horror. And I hesitate to call them something so common as pests, but they harass our... what is that? Grave sites and bother our dead. It turns my stomach to think of them. If you wish to earn some coin and have the time to spare, I implore you to hunt as many of the vile creatures as you can. I'm sick of the things. Yep. The bounty notice reads, shivers and screams in the night, a terrible lingering presence, cold chilling wind blowing suddenly from nowhere. These are only some of the stories my men have told me, trying to convince me that these lands are haunted. It begins to interfere with their patrols, which means it must stop. And now, put an end to the wraiths, and you will put an end to the stories, and earn some coin besides. Alright. The bounty notice reads, have you noticed the dangerous spirits that wander these lands, particularly at night? Of course you have. A wise soldier would not tangle with these corrupted ones, unless he was commanded to do so for good of the Great Alliance, or if there was coin in it. Well, today is a fortunate day for you, for both are true. These spirits would be dangerous enough, but they are led by a particular ruthless spirit, the boy's name, Mangath. Put it into Mangath and his spirits he commands, and you will be rewarded. No problem. Bounty, bounty, bounty. Excellent. And I'll be right back. Okay, back I am. Let's go kill some wraiths and whatnot. Oh. Start fires? What do they have to do with that quest, though? I'm curious. Like their fires, bodies on fire, maybe? No? Oh, defeat foes. Okay. That's just part of the quest. Defeat foes. Any foe will do. Oh, right. I switched out my legacy on my rune to add the melee damage to the exchange of blows. I had might on there, but the max was only, what is it, 230 might or whatever, and then at this level, that's nothing. So it's sort of not useful. Even at 105, when those smite stats came out, that wasn't very good. It was only about half of what they should have been then. So yeah, they need to definitely be scaled up to a much higher stat for those to be worth having on a legendary item. See how good it does. See, 30 melee damage on any hit received. Yeah. Plus it reflects 50% of damage. Yeah, but it just seemed like the best skill to add in there. I couldn't find anything else really worthy of the slot. Oops. You were here first. Are you going for the door? Nope. Then I will gladly take it. My AFK. We're going too far. I need to backtrack. Stark white pages. Look at that. I need lots of those still.
Never in all our days together had I seen him in a mood so good. It has come to this then. Leaning upon Icarus, his spear.
Write the flavor text is showing. What? Oh, it actually shows you the... That's interesting. Lost lore. No, it doesn't show where the books are. Never mind, got excited over nothing. Oh, what do we have here? Some sort of totem. Let's do this. Oh, this is the boss. Crud, I didn't expect that. Not too bad. Okay. Yeah, I expected it was a normal right. And it turned out to be a named one. Okay, what am I supposed to do in this area? Go get that iron, that ore for sure. First stage weapon. Gift to the minor elf lord in Linden. Interesting. Preens and poses. Interesting. Yeah, Fornos is no joke. The story and lore behind that. I was actually around when Fornos was just one big instance. I did it. I didn't finish all the bosses fights, but because it was sort of like my first initiation to instances. Even before the Burrow Downs, I did that, but that was only like one time. One time I never went back and repeated that. But the Fornost, I went in there and there's a group we had about it wasn't a full group. I don't think. I think we only had 4 or 5 people, and it spent what seemed like 3-4 hours in there. And at the time, I'm not used to that sort of thing, and I got out of there. But we made it to the 3rd boss fight, which was that fire at the time?
So at last was the land of shadows laid bare.
Perhaps, I can't remember.
But Gil-galad's eyes filled not with triumph, but with anguish.
There goes water, earth, fire, shadow. Right, so there's 4 boss fights. What have you. Well, no, not if you count there's more boss fights than that in there if you count the minor ones. Which I would, because those were difficult at the time. Especially the one in Shadowing. That one was the sorceress. I believe there's 2 of them. They summon all sorts of things. Rotting Banner White. Okay, I believe I got everything. Defeat Fell Spirits. Fell Spirits. What is that? 3 banner rights. Okay. please, guys. You have defeated many rights in Amdur, and who only posted this bounty is certain to be pleased. Awesome. That's all I wanted to do. I'm gonna order 5 Lorkshire points. Huh. Learn rare chests. 10. So I got 4 out of 10 of those. Quest in Morgul besieged. Oh, there's 50. So that should be about the end then. There's usually like a handful more after that. So I imagine there's like 55, 60 total before we leave here. Okay, is there any quests that I need to add that there just because I can? Alright. Let's backtrack a little bit. Oh, I am supposed to destroy this. I gotta set 10 of these on fire. Okay. How nice of them to make a fire for me to burn. Hostile cave claws. Yeah, anywhere else in the game, cave claws are typically only hostile if you attack them, or if you wait too long around them. But here, in Mordor Besieged, whoops, they attack you right off. What is this? Is this some elite signature? Huh. Okay, there's supposedly something this way, but what could it be? Bounty Wraths. Oh, I just defeated it. It's the one that's probably one I just killed. We can move on to the next area and hopefully find one that's already alive. Respawned. Is there a way up here? out, so we'll go on to the other one. We could backtrack later on. And so far, the questing and the story has been really good. I'm excited to get to endgame. I think from just checking out the Morgul Well, it appears we have something that something that's like Heightbold. I think we'll have to rebuild the Minas Ithil. If that's the case, I am interested in that because I really enjoyed. Oh, look at that. 122. And if that's the case, I'm excited for it. What do I need to fight here? Oh, vengeful wraiths. Okay. Oh, you sneaky. Archer. I'm kind of confused where these other rings are supposedly coming from. The Region. Gonna hop my way up here. I'm facing the completely wrong way for this. Oh, there's one. Uh-oh. This don't look good. Uh-oh, what have I done? No! Oh, that is bad. That is bad. I didn't prep properly for that. There's another vengeful spirit. I need these too. Let's see. Okay, I killed that first one really easy. What gives? What did I do wrong there? Oh, minus vitality? Is that what happened? Shouldn't have been the case. Okay. Okay, let's do this right now. What is going on? Dying quick. And so am I. But I got through it. Okay. They're just that tough. That's all there is to it. And my tactical mitigations are very, very bad. Yeah. That probably has a lot to do with it as well. Now I know there's another one over here, the one that killed me originally. Here he is. Let's eat some food. fully healed up here. Okay, that one was a piece of cake. Get the stun in there and that damage reduction in there. Makes a big difference. That should reduce damage, right? Let's see. Yeah, minus 20% damage. Yeah. So that is the second time in Mordor Besieged I have died, but both times have been really for careless reasons. Rushing in there with no strategy. Let's see, do I need another... Alright, let's go. Damage reduction. Armor reduction. Damage square, damage square. Corruption removal. Here it is. Okay, I need to start fires throughout. Okay, I need to start these fires. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is there 9, 10 in there? If that's the case, then we're set. I won't have to go to the Dil Nog ones. But we'll see. And this will be a good place to stop, I believe. Once I finish this quest out. Here's some armors. There's 3. Now I should hopefully get 2 more in this area, so I won't have to go back to the Dol Nog. Because I don't know. I circled around that cavern, not cavern, but that sort of mountain range, and I didn't find anything. I just have to be careful. More vengeful spirits. There's 1. Okay, and there is 2. You know, I do have a couple level 110 characters on World of Warcraft, but I do like the lore over there and all that. The quest scene is plenty fun. But I don't know, there's just something about Lord of the Rings that I can't quite give up. Actually, the next best one to this is either Star Wars or Star Trek Online. Star Trek Online, I actually have a lifetime subscription to there, and Star Wars, I've been subscribed since launch. And I only have one in-game tune on Star Wars, and I still haven't quite made it to in-game on Star Trek. They add so much content there, it's hard to keep up with, especially being when 90% of my gameplay is, well, I'd say about 75% is Lord of the Rings, and then the other, and then 15%, 20% is Minecraft. It doesn't leave a lot of room for a second MMO, but the desire's there, you know. I want to have, you know, one of each of those classes in Star Wars and make, well, what is this? Same thing with Star Trek. I feel those games are just great. Instances? Uh-oh, Virgil, I'm staying away from you. What now? We have to... I know you started... Let me see. I'm sure I like the way you have to do instances in order to advance. Oh! Oh! Yeah. Yeah, like... I'm getting careless again. Uh-oh. I always stop before. This is my stop point. It does take you out of it. Yeah, that is quite annoying. Like in Minas you have to do during the epics. You have to do all the instances. Oh. Oh, I gotta do some. Alright, let's play this safe. That darn mastery. I don't have any. Sword pack. No, I'm still on 11. There's a deep ball in front as well. That's cool. Why is the quest ring still up here? Do I got a weapon rack or anything? What do I need? Yeah, spear rack is right here. Okay. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Ooh, I'm in trouble. Too many mobs. Darn it. Okay, destroy spear racks, sword racks. Okay, that's easy enough. Just gotta be careful not to get, 4 or 5 mobs on us at once. Oh, here we are. Okay. Get off the horse. Okay, I need 5 more of those. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. At least it wasn't too far when I died. Interesting, interesting. Oh, that's right. Just remembered something. Alright, let's go find me some sword and spear. Oh, of course. Just take these things one at a time, not get too crazy. This one might be a good area to go single target. You don't want to accidentally scoop up any more of these than necessary. Now I will probably have to get that other one over here. But I'll wait till my... Ooh. That's what got me last time, that guy walking through. Do I got my... Do I have a... Now I know I have a... I don't even know what they're called. I am drawing a blank. So many blinks today. It's unreal. Okay. Looks like I don't have one on this character. Hope token. That's what I was trying to... Surprised I made it past that without aggroing. Sneaking through here like a burglar. Look at that. Ah, he caught me. He caught me. Barely made it out of that one alive. Jeez. At the beginning, I thought this. Oh, did I aggro something already? That's not good. I should be able to get this through the. Okay, that's first. See, I should be able to get this one through the fence here. Maybe not. Let's see, where is it? I want it. There we go. Excuse me. Okay, my sister needed to pick something up, so I'll be about 5 minutes. 5-10 minutes. Let's hope I can survive. See, the closer you are to danger, the further you are from harm. Right? So I'll wait right here. And I will be right back as soon as possible. Well, so much for that theory. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Michael? Yeah, I wasn't here, obviously. You taking off? Alright, have a good night. I'm about to sign off myself here pretty soon. Yeah. Need to make more hope tokens. Yeah, good night. I have 3 more. I have 2 more quests to finish out before I call it a night, but yeah. This should work. Yep. Okay, so shoot. I just got a few more of these weapon racks to take care of. And then go start a few more fires and I'll be done for today. Would a War Master use Ints of War based damage on their staff? Yeah, if they're redline. Is that a rare chest? Ooh, that's my 5th one. 5 out of 10. I'm gonna wait till I'm end game level cap to open those up. It probably doesn't matter too much.
And what will you do? Asked Círdan. Gil-galad sighed and shook his head.
Gil-galad.
Not. Say that fearful name. I doubt I should.
Now that should be all I have in here. I just gotta go back to the front area. Now what would be the smarter move? Just backtracking? Gotta deal with these little wandering glooms. They're always deceptively tough. Again, this is the toughest quest so far in the game. Good, maybe I can sneak out of here now. I need 3 more of those pyres to set on fire, and I have 3 more down here. Perfect. What's interesting is I started off today feeling kind of bad. I mean the play session here. Not really feeling into it, but it turned out to be a pretty darn fun day. I made a good amount of progress. Should I get the wallet as my first purchase from the store? I'm free to play. Absolute. That's one of the best purchases you can make. Now I just need to go back to town for all, well, probably 2, and then go over here. Good. That's a good place to end it. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time. Should be Tuesday. I should be back on if everything goes well. Get to a safe spot. Well, safe as you can be in a besieged Mordor, anyway. Alright, have a good night, everybody.